Tremendous performer in this Canada Cup series and a great star for Czechoslovakia. And the Czechoslovakian lineup, which does not include Jan Jasko and Drahomir Kadlec.
Well, Kadlec isn't playing in this game. In the 3 games that he's played in Canada Cup, he's taken 6 minor penalties. So Dr. Jan Starcy, the coach of the team, said no more for him.
The officials for this game, a goodly representation. From Finland, the referee, Carl Gustav Kaisla. We have an Italian linesman from Canada named John D'Amico, and a Swedish linesman, Sven Lindstrom. So this is truly an international tournament with the U.S. and the Czech hockey teams ready to get underway here at Center 200 in beautiful Sydney, Nova Scotia. Delighted you could join us as we close out the preliminary round of competition of the 1987 Canada Cup. Hatcher and Langway on the blue line for the United States to get things underway, and the Americans nearly stole the loose puck. Finally, it's taken by Radina of Czechoslovakia behind his own net. He's running heavily along the boards as the U.S. goes to a physical game right off the bat. Langway waits for teammates to get out of the zone, shoots it right back into the corner. Chaka right in front of the net, and the Czechs are able to control it and shoot it out to center. USA team, as we have talked about in the past, very strong in its own end, and certainly with Van Beesbroek in the nets, they are playing their best goalkeeper. And in the meantime, the Czechs trying to get something going in their own zone. Igor Liba, one of the stars of this Czech team, moves quickly into the U.S. zone, trying to go around the American player, and we have a tripping call coming up right off the bat against Mike Ramsey. We'll take a break. A minute gone in the opening period. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Very aggressively. Unfortunately for them, Mike Ramsey has just taken a penalty for tripping. You can see right there at the blue line that he caught Liba, and he is going off. The Czechs will be on the power play.
Face-off is to the left of Van Beesbroek, and he will get a quick whistle as the Czechs start to storm around that USA goal.
Well, Team USA came right out the initial shift of this game, and 3 great body checks. That's 3 more than we saw in the previous game between Finland and Sweden.
And we were sort of warned that they only send 1 man in. Notice, folks, they're forechecking. They're sending 2 men in quick, and they're trying to punish.
Turbin now throws it into the corner. It comes back out, and a good play by Joel Otto to get a stick on it and tip it down into the zone. Hasek leaves it for Sherbin. Sherbin works out against the American forechecker, and now Liba controls in the center ice area for Pasek. There's a good shot. Van Beesbroek got a piece of that, and the Czechs go to the attack. Sheba loses it along the boards. It comes back out to the line. Staviana over to Sherbin. Long pass across ice. There's a shot that just missed the far side. Sherbin able to keep it in. Liba controls. Hatcher moves to check him. It comes back over to Sherbin. Nice sprawling play there by Bob Brook to knock that puck all the way down the ice. A minute and left in the penalty to Mike Ramsey. We're in the 2nd minute of play in the opening period. Czechoslovakia on a power play. Peter Rosel across the line, leaves it for Staviana. And it's flipped out to center once again. Chaika takes control in his own zone. 35 seconds left in the penalty. Up for Radina. That's controlled by Chris Chelios and shot back down the ice, and there's 30 seconds left in the penalty. Miloslav Orava starts this next march, and he's checked by Bobby Carpenter, who lost his stick but hadn't forced the Czechs back into the zone and had time to go to the bench for a new one. Ruzicka drops it back to the line. Miloslav Orava over to Radina into the corner, and there's the centering pass, and it comes back out to the line. Czechs moving the puck around very quickly, and finally Carpenter gets to it and backhands it down the ice. Hasek will let it go, and the U.S. team is back to full strength. Orava works out of the zone. The Americans move up quickly to forecheck. Ramsey backhands it back to his own line. There's the pass up into the center ice area by Housley, who gets it back. And now Peter Vilk is run in along the boards by Wayne Presley, who's out there on a forward line with LaFontaine. Ramsey moves up to make a check, but the Czech player goes on into the zone, carries into the corner. Housley bumps his man and takes control and dumps it up to Presley. Out to LaFontaine. He can't get by center. Vilk. A cross ice pass to Black. Now into the slot area, and Van Beesbroek steered that shot away. Off the stick of Vladimir Kuchera. Presley, long pass up for LaFontaine. Splits through the defense. Presley moves to get the loose puck. Good physical play along the boards. Presley struggles for control. Now it comes in front to LaFontaine. Set up for Chelios. Backhand blocked by a sliding Czech defender. Chelios controls, keeps it in at the line. Here's LaFontaine, and now we've got another penalty coming up against the USA. 15:50 to go in first period. This is the 87 Labatt Canada Cup.
Watch number 14 for the USA team. Number 14, Wayne Presley, gets that leg out and trips number 14 for the Czechs, Kuchera. That's going to send him to the penalty box. The Czechs once again on the power play. Team USA can play aggressively, but they're going to have to be careful and stay out of that penalty box.
So the Americans killing their second penalty of this first period, which has only run 4.5 minutes. But again, playing against the Czechs, this is not exactly advisable. Langway, good play to break up that thrust. And now Joel Otto threw it up, intended for Carpenter, intercepted by Sherbin. On the right side, long pass in there for a streaking Hasek. Or Pasek, rather. Hasek. Across to Sherbin. Now here's Liba. Set it up for Pasek. Langway moves out to make the check. It comes back to Pasek. Sherbin's open at the line. He may get a chance. It goes instead to Igor Liba into the slot, and that shot off a defender. Good play by the American defenders there, and they killed almost a minute of the penalty, and the Czechs still haven't had a shot on goal.
Well, a big guy like Rod Langway, 6'3", 215 pounds, has got lots of reach. So the U.S. team used him well out there, killing penalties. He just took that puck right away from Sheba, number 22 for the Czechs, who all of a sudden found himself with possession of the puck. But at the same time, he found himself with this big, lanky guy right on top of him. He can reach a mile out there.
The Americans clear it to the line, not out, kept in by Orava. And Orava's got the puck back at the line once again. Throws it into the corner. And then gets the puck back out at the line. Brook stopped the first try on a pass. Now here's a chance in front. Rosal was nearly home free there. And we've got Chelios without a stick, and he plays the puck to the line, but not out. Now finally it's knocked out into the center ice area.
USA all of a sudden playing very aggressively back in their own end zone.
Radina takes the shot. That's blocked by the defense. Ramsey moves up, makes the check as well on Chaika. Now, the linesman called that one.
Team USA were back in the box in their initial penalty and were really playing very cautiously. But now all of a sudden Bob Johnson has got them playing very aggressively. They're forcing the puck carrier, maybe mixing it up a little bit, not allowing the Czechs an opportunity to read what they're going to do out there, and at the same time intimidating them a little bit. Watch right here. Here's a pretty good example. USA all over top of the puck carrier. In fact, they've got two guys caught over there. Now, you got to watch it, though, because the Czechs move the puck so quickly, they can catch you, and if you allow them to get into the slot, boy, they can put it home on you pretty quick.
15 seconds left in the penalty to Wayne Presley. Good penalty killing to this point by the United States. The Czechs will try and get something going here. Broughton moves up to make a check, but the Czechs work their way into the zone. Langway takes his man out into the corner. And now it's dumped out to the line off the official and back out to center. Now the Americans with a 2-on-2 break. And here's a chance now for a defender moving up. Gary Suter. And he couldn't find a man open, and the Czechs work it out into the neutral zone. And now we get a whistle, and the Czechs will be penalized. Interference 13 and a half minutes to play in the opening period from Sydney. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Number 14, right in the middle of your screen here. All of a sudden, he sticks out his leg. He gets a 2-minute penalty for interference. The referee caught that one. Number 14, Kuchera, goes to the penalty box for interference. He had pulled down Mark Johnson.
At 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So now the United States, which has killed 2 penalties in the first 4.5 minutes of this period, will get a chance on the power play. Housley shovels it in across the line. Sherbin back there, tries to throw it out, gave it away instead. It comes right in front, and the Czechs are there to clear it down the ice. Kuchera for interference at 6:30 of the opening period. Still no score in the hockey game, but some good physical play by both teams. Mark Johnson works his way into the corner, looking to make a pass. Housley had moved into the slot area, but they couldn't get the puck to him. Housley now shovels it back into the corner. Otto is out there on the point. Suter to Housley, and it comes back out into the neutral zone. Housley nearly lost, or did lose it in fact, and it was lucky that Radina didn't know where it was. Here comes Gary Suter. Calgary Flames outstanding young defenseman. Across the line, Carpenter made a move. The puck comes back to Suter. He'll take a long shot. It just goes a little bit wide of the net. Housley keeps it in. And then Liba, nice pass to Pashek. Pashek, good shot right on. And Van Beesbroek had to make the save. This is the Labatt Canada Cup. The Labatt Player of the Game for Czechoslovakia will receive a set of 10 Olympic coins, compliments of Canadian Tire, an official supplier to the Calgary 1988 Olympic Winter Games, and a few dreams along the way. Canadian Tire. 12:19 to go here in the opening period from Center 200 in Sydney, Nova Scotia. 49 seconds left in the penalty to Kuchera of Czechoslovakia. No score in the hockey game, and the face-off to the left of John Van Beesbroek in the USA goal. LaFontaine lost the draw. It comes to Igor Liba, and he's checked, and Chris Chelios takes over for the United States. Up through the center ice area, here's Bobby Carpenter. Works his way across the line. The shot goes wide. LaFontaine back to the line. Chelios over to Ramsey. And now the Czechs get a break. Here is Pashek. Pashek right in, and Chelios just got back enough to disrupt him a little bit. And now Bobby Carpenter will take over and circle in front of his own net and start back quickly for the Americans. He just kind of left it at the line, and Chelios couldn't get there quickly enough. Chelios throws it back to Mike Ramsey. Both teams back at full strength now. That shot went off a Czech player who's down in the his own zone. Kuchera now works down the left side, takes the good shot. Van Beesbroek stood his ground. Kuchera hustles after the loose puck in the corner. Black is manhandled there by the American defenseman. And now Kevin Hatcher of the Washington Capitals starts back. Bob Brook has it. Shoots it back in again. Delayed offside coming up against the Americans. Sherbin gets it up to Staviana. He gets to the line. Nice move. Staviana just missed. Great move against the defender there. And now Brook breaks out. He is run in along the boards by Sherbin. And the Czechs control it once again. Lubina run in heavily by Chris Nyland. Best hit of the period, and Nyland hustles into the corner looking for a loose puck. Now it comes back into the slot. Brook is tied up and can't get there. And here come the Czechs. Rosol sets it up in the slot, and I think Van Beesbroek got a piece of that shot from Ruzicka. Brook plays it behind his own net to Rod Langway. Up for Nyland. Here come the Czechs once again. Brook and Ruzicka get into a little stick work along the boards. Hatcher's got the puck now. Off the boards for Brook. Lubina keeps it in. Langway's got it in front of his own net. The Czechs able to keep it in. Then it gets as far as the line. Now it's Lubina moving to the corner, and the Czechs play it, or the Americans play it out as far as the line. Brook has it once again. And finally, we get a whistle. There's 9:35 to go in the first period. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
USA came out hitting the very first shift, and it hasn't stopped. Watch Nyland. Number 30 just rams that body right into number 18, Lubina. Sends Lubina sprawling. Even Nyland's helmet got lifted up there a few inches. Chris Nyland can certainly either start a war for you out there, but he can make things happen.
The Czechs get it to the line. It's kept in by Chelios. Suter hustles over to shoot it in from the side. And now Chelios at the line will take the shot towards the net. It's steered into the corner by Horava. The Americans very physical in this opening period. Olczyk battling along the boards with two Czech defenders. And finally Horava controls behind his own net. 9:10 to go in a scoreless first period. And we get a two-line offside as Dolezal took the puck on the American side of center.
Well, we're talking about a lot of the emotion that the Czechs have shown in this last year, especially this year at Canada Cup. Dr. Jan Starcy, you see there behind the bench, a lot of it's because of him. He's an emotional coach out there. He uses the whistle a lot in practices. He screams, he hollers at the guys. He tries to get the very most out of them. And boy, it has paid off as well with the players because they are spreading some of that enthusiasm amongst each other. Even in the warm-up tonight before the game, they were hooping and hollering out there once again.
Bozic ups it off for Pasek. Pasek takes the big shot that goes away wide. Aaron Broughton for the United States. Gets it out of the zone. Mullen hustles after it. Benak gets there first for Czechoslovakia. Throws it around on the side. There's a pass intercepted in the slot. Housley has it stolen by Igor Liba. Long pass up intended for Sheba. And Housley got back to start this next American rush. In across the line to Joey Mullen. Works his way past Benak. Now here's a chance in front. Right on! And Dominique Hasek, very sharp both on the first shot and on the loose puck in the crease area.
Joe Mullen was banging away out there. He was looking for that rebound, but Dominic Hasek didn't give him one. Watch Hasek. He has got full sight of that puck initially, but here comes Mullen. Mullen tries to get that stick right on top of that puck, trying to deflect it initially. Hasek made the save, and then Joe Mullen had a little time there to whack away at it.
So the face-off to the right of Dominique Hasek. Down to 8:20 to go here in the first period. And Peter Vilk and Wayne Presley are having words. We got two officials standing right there.
Now they're fighting over that 1 square yard of ice out there. Presley's not going to lose as far as he's concerned.
Back to the line to Langway. Here's a shot towards the net, deflected by Presley in front. Right back into the crease area. And Presley missed another great chance. Now it's back in front again. This time LaFontaine was loose and the Czech defense clears. Black works his way in across the line to Kuchera. Back towards the line, threw it instead right into the slot area, and Kelly Miller starts it away for LaFontaine. Vilk broke that up, and it comes back out to Kevin Hatcher. Waits for his teammates to get onside, leaves it at the line. It comes back to Suter. Suter up to LaFontaine. Flips it for Presley. Delayed offside at the line. The Czechs are able to clear it. Chelios moved up. Steviana pushed it by him. Kuchera's got the puck, and Gary Suter comes back to help his buddy out and clear it out to center. Lubina can't get by Chelios, and the Americans finally just shoot it down the ice. And we'll take the icing call with 7:19 to play in the first period. We'll take a break for just a moment. This is the Labatt Canada Cup. 19 to go in period number 1. A scoreless period to this point, but an entertaining period of play. A lot better effort by both clubs than we saw in an earlier game here in Sydney. And now the United States trying to get something going, gets as far as center ice. Orava breaks it up there and then takes the return pass from Peter Rosal. and starts Radina away. The Americans break that up in the center ice area, and Orava leaves it for Lubina. Now Orava tries his luck one more time. Miloslav Orava clears it in as far as the line. Gary Suter has it there, tried to set it up for Chris Nyland. The puck rolls down the ice, and Hasek will poke it to Lubina. Lubina went the other way when he saw number 30 coming at him. Now the Czechs break out of the zone. Rozal to the line. Ruzicka's loose on the left side. Rozal fights his way past Chelios. Here's a chance for Hagel. He scores! Vladimir Ruzicka, I believe.
Well, that was teeing it up and letting it go. Watch number 17 over to the right of your screen now. He's going to be positioning himself, move from the middle to the right wing side. Ruzicka, who is a left-hand shot, when he got possession of that puck, he just let it go. Good little pass here. Right across the net, you could see Ruzicka. He came in front of Van Beesbroek just prior to him getting possession of that puck, got himself set up perfectly, his balance was perfect, and he let that puck go.
Great shot to the top corner. Van Beesbroek absolutely no chance at all, although a couple of American defenders got bunched up in front of him, and nobody took the guy that went wide. So it's 1-0 for Czechoslovakia on the goal by Vladimir Ruzicka at 13:38 of period number 1. And the Americans are down a goal. And they clear it into the Czech zone and go to the attack once again. Housley keeps it in. Bozic clears it around on the boards. It comes to the line. There's Ramsey's shot, knocked down in front. Carpenter tried to push it in front of the net, and the Czechs flip it out into the center ice area. Carpenter. Otto and one of the Czech players, Volek, got their sticks up a little bit. Now Carpenter moves after it. Volek gets there first. Housley knocked it down. And Joel Otto cleared it out across the line to center.
Well, the Czechs were doing a little bit too much crisscrossing out there. Number 15, Dolosel, and number 19, Volek, collided the blue line, and that sent the cheers going through Sydney Arena here.
Mark Johnson works his way as far as the line. Now the Czechs work their way back into the zone. Hasek drops it. Joey Mullen is there for the United States. To Hatcher. I don't know if this Czech team can be intimidated by a really physical style of play, although I don't know that they're used to the kind of physical play that the Americans are capable of throwing at them. Hatcher bodies his man Pasek. Langway goes behind the net, clears it around on the boards. Aaron Broughton chops it out to center, and Sherbin has it for Team Czechoslovakia. To Igor Liba. Pasek trying to get to the bench on a change, had to play the puck instead. Sherbin now throws it deep back into his own zone. Staviana. Up through the center ice area. Kuchera just kind of dropped it behind him, and the U.S. nearly broke that up. Peter Vilk throws it back now to Sherbin. LaFontaine dodged a check, lost control of the puck. Here's Peter Vilk for Czechoslovakia. Presley up to do some forechecking. Staviana works his way out of the Czech zone. Into the center ice area. Kuchera wide open on the right side. Takes a good shot. Van Beesbroek blocked it neatly. And now LaFontaine sets it up for Presley and then sends it away to Kelly Miller. And the Czech player Liba came up and made a good checking effort there. A lot of Czechs in this game. What a team, and the others some good physical play. Lubina nearly ran into his own man. Here's the puck on the right side now, and a shot that is steered into the corner by Van Beesbroek. Rosso leaves it along the boards for Lubina. Now Ruzicka takes the big shot. Oh, he just missed the top corner. Back around on the boards. Ruzicka's got it there again, and now Chelios breaks past him and gets the puck out to center. Chelios steered it across the line. Gave Orava a little punch in the cheek. Chelios going to the bench. And the Czechs forcing Bob Brook to do a lot of skating as he forechecks inside the blue line. Chaika. Too many men was the call from the U.S. bench, but no call made. Bob Brook now breaks in on the right side. There's a chance in front for Nyland, and he couldn't knock the high shot down. Brook had a chance in front as well and only saw it at the last minute. Brook steers it into the corner. Housley bodied along the boards. Nyland goes in and throws his weight around a little bit. And finally, it's controlled by Czechoslovakia, and it's slid out to center. Ruzicka, who was blue lining a little bit, gets in across the line. Keeps it in the zone, goes over on the far side. Dolezal missed a check from Housley, and the Americans control, and Joel Otto starts out to center. He just shovels it into the zone and was knocked down. Crowd wanted a penalty, but Keisler didn't see it that way. Dolezal now just gets rid of it to the U.S. blue line. And this first period winding down rather quickly. 2:05 to play now as Rod Langway tries to get something started. Over to Hatcher. He shoots it out to center. Otto has it there, working against Dolezal. Finally clears it down to Dominik Hasek. Olczyk hustles after it, takes Sherbin in along the boards heavily. Carpenter moves up looking for a loose puck, and instead it goes to the Czech player, and they get it as far as the line, but Otto keeps it in. Now it's Langway. Takes the shot towards the front of the net. That's blocked by the defense, and it's cleared out to center. Langway, good effort to beat David Volek to the puck. And Hatcher goes back to his own blue line and shoots it into the timer's bench. 1:28 to go in period one. This is the Labatt Canada Cup. 8 seconds to go in the first period. A very spirited first period, gentlemen.
No question about that. Team USA came out hitting. That's been their game plan. They've stuck to it. However, that hasn't foiled the Czechs the least bit. Their game plan is to keep possession of that puck, make the good plays. They have not yet been intimidated by all the heavy hitting by Team USA.
In the last couple of minutes, I've had the feeling that they're slowly taking over. Their skating and their puck handling skills, plus their ability to take the heavy checkings, swung the pendulum, I think, in their favor right now.
Leba crosses the line. Mark Johnson, nice move to break out down the left side. Johnson looking to make a pass. And the problem was the guy that got the pass right on his stick was wearing the wrong color jersey. Chelios dumps it into the zone. Hasek has to play it. Mullen can't get to the loose puck. Leba along the boards. Chelios able to keep it in briefly. Johnson finally takes control, battles for it along the boards. And now the Czechs come back down the side. Here's a big shot right on, and I think maybe Van Beesbroek got a tiny piece of that, enough to deflect it out of the far corner.
The Czechs are overloading the zone coming down that right side. They've got a 2-on-1 situation they're trying to create, and they're being successful at it. They're gaining the blue line.
This is a Czech team, remember, that was 1-2-1 coming into this game, and they're playing much better than they did against Team Canada, which I think has been about their most impressive effort in this tournament to this point. Now Kuchera breaks through center ice, missed a body check from Ramsey, threw it into the slot area, and who was there for it but the Americans' Wayne Presley. He flips it out and down the ice. As the seconds wind down, just 5 seconds left in the period. LaFontaine trying to get it into the zone. Housley gets it across to the line. We get an offside at the line. We get the end of the first period, and the Czechs have a 1-0 lead over the United States. So an entertaining first period for a capacity crowd here at Center 200. 7 Canada Cup tournament. And there is a standing ovation in the arena now for a bunch of youngsters who brought great honor to Cape Breton. The Glace Bay Kentucky Colonels, Canadian champions of Little League Baseball. And I think they're down in the west end of the arena behind John Van Beesbroek. They were the Little League champions this year and finished 5th at the World Championship in Williamsport, Pennsylvania a couple of weeks back. Great bunch of youngsters, and they did a great job winning the championship from Glace Bay, Nova Scotia. Second period action underway. Czechoslovakia 1, and Team USA no score. And David Volek steers the loose puck into the USA zone. Rod Langway hustles back to get it. Langway flips it out into the center ice area. Joel Otto has it there. Carpenter whacks it into the zone. Otto carries on into the corner. Olczyk moves over to try and make a pass, and Dolezal takes over for the Czechs and shoots it out and down the ice. And this will be an icing call as soon as Rod Langway gets to the loose puck.
Well, with all of Team USA's hitting, what they've got to create in this second period is some offensive opportunities as a result of it. It's great to go out there and use a lot of energy taking out the man, but unless you can create some offensive opportunities, it all goes to waste. That's where the Team USA may be a little short, and that's in their offensive abilities.
Well, I think as you're sitting at home watching this, time after time, a USA player is going to be even with or a step and a half or a half a step ahead of that guy in the red uniform, and before he takes 4 steps, this is where skating comes in. The Czechs definitely skate better.
Housley, big shot, and Fraser was jamming the net, and they didn't have much luck, or Miller rather was jamming the net. Housley now shoots it off one of his own players, and it goes all the way down to Van Beesbroek. Pat LaFontaine, New York Islander youngster. Kept in at the line by Staviana. Now Ramsey starts it away down the right side. Too far ahead for Presley. Ramsey tries it again. Broken up at the line by Igor Liba. And the referee called that.
Mike Ramsey, number 3 for Team USA. He was looking for his man, and he got him. Even though the whistle had already gone, Liba went flying. Ramsey's a rugged defenseman. The Buffalo Sabre, 6'3", 195-pound defenseman. He likes to play the body, and look, he lines him up with a good hip check right here. Number 11, Igor Liba, goes down and goes down hard, but the whistle had already gone.
Ruzicka works against Chelios. Suter knocks it out to center. Chaika left it there. Johnson now will try his luck. Mullen circles by Chaika. Mullen takes a dive as Chaika spilled him. Now it's kept into the slot area. Broughton's shot weak and wide. It comes back to the line. Broughton keeps it in. And now Czechoslovakia starts back. Peter Russell comes to the line, drops it for Ruzicka. Throws it back into the corner. Russell just lets it go behind the net. And Joey Mullen has it for the United States. To the line, but not out. Kept in, Russell. Into the corner, Ruzicka tries to center it, and Van Beesbroek will take a face-off with just about 2 minutes gone here in period 2.
The Czechs are still being successful at crossing over Team USA's blue line, and they're doing it through a simple means. They just continue to create that 2-on-1. Howie showed you one during the course of the intermission. 2-on-1 at the blue line, and they're getting easy possession of the blue. Now the Czechs, they're taking the man out a little bit too, as you can see, Team USA player going down. But the 2-on-1 at the blue line, that's how the Czechs are entering Team USA's end zone.
Rod Langway's logged a lot of ice time so far in this game. He's back out on the blue line with Kevin Hatcher for the United States. Fraser flips it out to center. The Czechs clear it right back in again. And again, there's a little bit of stick work away from the play. Langway behind the net to Hatcher. Out now to Bob Brook. He just dumps it into the zone. The Americans pour in after it. The Czechs get there first with Bocic. And now Black into the slot area. Vadak lost it. Here's Bob Brook. Brook winds up. Double shot.
Well, a giveaway at the blue line. A costly error by the Czechs. And all of a sudden, Team USA get on the scoreboard. Number 30, Chris Nyland, takes that puck and just ends up blasting it just inside that post. Catches Hasek over too far to his left. And an unexpected goal scorer in Chris Nyland. I think sometimes he ends up getting possession of the puck at times because the opposition just doesn't know quite what he's going to do.
Don't tell Chris Nyland that I thought it was Bob Brook. Here come the Americans again. 3 of them across the line. Right in front of the net. Carpenter took a whack at it. Carpenter goes after the loose puck. Olczyk dumped it behind the net. Joel Otto moves over towards that corner, tries to get the loose puck. And now the Americans are really starting to pour on the pressure a little bit. Cheba out of the zone. Ramsey played it to the line. Carpenter tried to dump it in. Peter Volek takes a slash from Ramsey. And now here is Otto crossing the line. Housley moves up, whacks it out in front of the net. It comes back towards the line and out to center. And that goal has really fired up the American side now, as they are trying to really apply some pressure to this Czech group. Nyland unassisted at 2:29, the official scoring play to tie the hockey game at 1. LaFontaine moves up to do some forechecking. There's a chance right on as Olczyk shot deflected by LaFontaine, and another shot by Olczyk steered up into the crowd. 16:18 to go in period 2. This is the Labatt Canada Cup. Welcome back to Center 200 in Sydney, Nova Scotia. The Canada Cup comes to beautiful Cape Breton in the early fall of 1987. 16:18 to go in the second period. The United States won, Czechoslovakia won. Chris Nyland with the tying goal here in the second period. Orava to Chaiba. Out to Sheba. Hasek. Igor Liba. Gets it as far as the line, and Chelios. Liba now digs it free, shovels it in behind the net. Suter is checked. Gary Suter, or finally Chelios got it out of the line, and that long pass from Kelly Miller had no chance of success at all with two defenders standing in the way. Now the Czechs buzzing around in the U.S. zone. Liba's got it. He just flipped it toward the slot area. Suter cleared it to the line. Orava keeps it in. Long shot off the outside of the goalpost. Liba works hard against his opposite number, Kelly Miller, and now the U.S. team gets a 2-on-1 break. Wayne Presley for LaFontaine. Presley, big save. Hasek. LaFontaine behind the net. It comes back out towards the line. Gary Suter shoots. There's a deflection right in front. A backhand shot by LaFontaine. Chelios keeps it in the zone and has the puck go over the glass. And Dominique Hasek once again very solid in the Czechoslovakian goal.
Well, Hasek did what he had to do on that 2-on-1, but Wayne Presley is going to be kicking himself because he just held on to that puck way too long, got himself at an impossible angle here. LaFontaine gives it to him. Now watch. He was already past the goal post when he decided he was going to shoot that puck. He should have got it up high right away. Hasek was making his move to the left and was going down a little bit at the same time. Presley just waited way too long.
Langway shoots it into the zone. If anything, though, Gary, at least they're creating some chances, which is better than they were doing in the early part of the first period. Now Mullen shovels it in across the line. There's a long shot that's away wide by Broughton. Thatcher moved up and delivered a big elbow on Lubina, and Langway hustled after the loose puck and managed to take control for the United States. Mullen again crosses the line, shovels it towards the line. Now here's Broughton. Broughton with another big shot right on. Backhand shot. There's a glove save by Hasek off the stick of Mark Johnson. And play is called with 14:33 to go in the second period.
Well, the main thing right now is that Team USA have started to shoot the puck. They only had 5 shots on net in the first period. Now, all of a sudden, this period, they're shooting the puck. Things are going to happen. Number 12, Mark Johnson, he fired that puck. Big save here by Hasek. At least he made it look big. That puck would have gone way over the net, but he got that glove up there, let it go. Mark Johnson's played more international hockey games than anyone else on Team USA.
Well, I think this is developing into just an outstanding period of hockey, and I got to give a credit to the referees. Let a lot of borderline calls go on both sides, some flagrant calls, but at least he's consistent. He's let them go on both sides, and the guys are playing hockey, and it's crowd-pleasing.
Big hit there delivered by Nile, and the puck comes out to center. Ramsey hooked his man and cleared it right back into the Czech zone once again. Rostislav Black behind his own net. Out to Sherbin. Long pass up into the center ice area. Vilk steered it in towards Van Beesbrook. Ramsey. Long pass up through the center ice area. Chris Nyland working in. Nyland shovels it towards the net, and it just went wide of the goalpost. Housley moves up. Penalty coming up to the Czechs. And there's the whistle. And we will get a tripping call against Czechoslovakia. This is the 1987 Labatt Canada Cup.
Czechs play heads-up hockey, but sometimes I think it's to their disadvantage. When they see number 30 out there in the ice for Team USA, they're not quite sure what to do. They give him lots of room, and they pull him down. But, I mean, they might better look down at the puck and forget about seeing Nyland.
The only thing they're sure about is that he's not supposed to make moves like that. He's super move to the inside, turn the guy inside out.
He'll be wanting to renegotiate his contract with Serge Savard, Howie.
Suter at the line, takes the shot. Hasek stopped that in the defense. Sorava cleared it down the ice. Staviana for tripping at 6:08, so the United States on a power play now. And here is Suter into Johnson. He just backhanded it into the slot, and it was cleared out and down the ice.
You said a moment ago Johnson's played more international games than anyone else. Well, he's giving the puck away to a red sweater more than anyone else tonight.
Otto, big shot there, and Hasek came out and cut the angle down very nicely.
Boy, he come out of the net like he was shot out of a gun, didn't he? Great save.
And showed good form getting back in, as you no doubt noticed as well, Howie. Now Housley at the line. Leads this American power play into the Czech zone, throws it into the corner. Johnson is after it. He can't get by Benak. LaFontaine kept it in. Hasek pushed it into the corner. Bocic is knocked down. The puck along the boards, and the Czechs clear it down the ice. 45 seconds left in the penalty to Czechoslovakia. And here comes Gary Suter. Just dumps it in behind Hasek. On the other side, Otto right in front, and the deflection by Olczyk just missed the post. Presley throws it back into the corner, goes after it. Presley digs it free. Olczyk can't handle it. Otto's in there trying to dig it out as well. It comes back to Gary Suter at the line. There's the shot. That's blocked. And Dusan Pasek comes out to center. 12 seconds left in the penalty. Benak takes the shot. Van Beesbroek stopped that easily, and the penalty is just about over. Here comes Chelios. Long pass through the center ice area. Here's a chance for Presley. And he just couldn't get the shot away. Now we've got another penalty coming up to Czechoslovakia. It'll be a cross-check. 11:45 to go in the second period. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Are getting caught here by Team USA's speed. Chelios put Presley in all alone. Watch, the cross-check comes back here. Peter Vilk, number 20, just lays that lumber on Presley. There you can see it. And Peter Vilk goes to the penalty box. Team USA have all of a sudden picked up their tempo. Never mind just taking the body out there. They're playing some heads-up offensive hockey.
Cross-checking the call. 8:15 the time. Face-off in the Czech zone. Second straight penalty against Czechoslovakia. Chelios. There's a shot right on it. Hasek stopped it and got the rebound.
Well, when you've got two big guys, I should say one big guy in Otto in front of that net. Otto is 6'4", 220 pounds, and you've also got the quickness of little Joe Mullen standing right in front looking for those rebounds. Hasek better be sharp and better not give up that puck, because boy, he's going to have some trouble if he does.
Face off to the left of Dominik Hasek. It comes back out to the line to Chelios. Ramsey got away with a little interference in front of the net. Otto shovels it. Oh, what a chance Mullen had. Absolutely unbelievable that Hasek stopped that bet. He is down and injured. Brilliant goalkeeping by Hasek, and we'll come back and see how he is in just a moment. This is the 1987 Labatt Canada Cup.
Well, Dominik Hasek has been pretty busy all of a sudden the last 40 seconds here, and watch this save he makes on Mullen. The pass comes right across from Otto over to Mullen. Watch how quickly Mullen lets that puck go as soon as he gets it. But Hasek was able to get that right foot over there just in time. I don't think he was hurt. I think he just decided he needed a rest.
He took a stick in the back of the helmet from one of the players who was knocked down in the crease, and I think it stunned him for a minute, but he got up, got a good hand, and he has really been a story for this Czech team in the last 5 minutes or so. Here they come the Americans again. Carpenter this time trying to play it in towards the corner, and instead he knocked it up over the glass and into the spectators.
I kind of think, as I saw the replay on that save, I thought Hasek got his leg or his pad right down parallel to the ice, but he didn't. He just stuck it along and stopped, and I think Mullen hit him more than anything else, but it still was a heck of a move. What I wanted to say a few minutes earlier is that for the first 10 minutes of the first period, it looked like the Americans dominated because of the physical punishment they were giving the Czechs, and then the Czechs didn't back off, and you didn't see any signs at all of them being reluctant to mix it up. However, keep watching, fans. There's quite a few times in the last 5 minutes I've seen a Czech player slow down when he's going in the corner. He could get to the puck first, but he's not going to get there first to take the punishment. Not all of them, but some of them. And if you can do that to some of them, you stand a chance of winning.
11-11 to go in period 2. 1-1 is the score. Czech scored in the first period, Ruzicka getting the goal, and the United States came back to tie it on a goal by Chris Nyland in the second. Nice play there by Carpenter. 2 nice plays. Sets it up now at the line, and they get the offside call as Joel Otto went across the line just a little bit early.
Well, I've never been a Carpenter fan, not ever, even when he got the 50 goals. I couldn't see how in the world he ever made this hockey club, but I'll tell you something, he's impressed me tonight. He's checking like I've never seen him check before, and he just made 2 great moves under the threat of a tremendous check. That was the key. Coming out over the blue line, he could have chickened out. He could have let the puck go and protected himself, but no, he made a move, opened himself up to a good check, and he didn't get it.
Canada Cup's a big test for Carpenter because he had a terrible season last year going from Washington to New York Rangers and then on to Los Angeles Kings. He knows he's got a chance to turn things around again, and he needed Canada Cup to do that. So far, he's played pretty darn well. He's been taking the body, taking some punishment out there as well and giving it, and he's also starting to get some of his offense back.
I dare say there's a gentleman in Los Angeles named Rogie Vachon who is hoping that this performance by Bobby Carpenter in Canada Cup is no fluke, because the Americans, Vachon took a chance drafting him. Now here's a chance. Good shot there by Presley. And Hasek once again covered up on the rebound.
You got to be impressed with this Hasek, though. He takes the shot and he gives up very few rebounds out there. Now that's from the positions that he gets some of those shots. That's very difficult to do, but watch how he controls those rebounds. He's got soft pads there. He takes that puck. That puck doesn't come out there any more than 12 inches, and he's on it like a cat.
Yeah, but for Pete's sakes, Johnson's heading for the front of the net. The puck hits Hasek, and Johnson turns away. He's got to throw snow and be right there and be digging for that loose puck. He didn't. Turned a cold shoulder towards it. You can't afford to give away opportunities like that. Stick your nose into it and hope you'll create another loose puck or put it in the net or get somebody mad at you.
Particularly when the United States is concerned about its ability to score goals. You suggested they'd need 3 at least in this game, and you may be right. They only have 1 so far. Housley now at the line, tees it up, lets it go, missed the net. It comes back towards the line. A little bit of a lazy effort there by the Czech player to clear it. Housley buzzing around, trying to get it back in behind the net, or at least try to get it free. Carpenter threw it back over to the slot. Mullen with a shot. Good sprawling save there by Dolezal. Carpenter took a hit along the boards, or Mullen rather, and now Otto goes in. Is bumped into the boards as well. And the puck comes out to center. 15 seconds left in the penalty. Here comes Housley to Bobby Carpenter. Missed the puck, managed to clear it towards Otto. Hasek steered it in behind the net. It comes back to the line. Suter can't keep it in. Gary Suter knocked down by Radina. And now the penalized player, Vilk, is back on the ice, and he's got the puck in across the line. Otto took it away from him, left it in the corner, and Suter comes back now to start this U.S. thrust. Good hit at the line there against Kurt Fraser. Ruzicka knocked down. The puck goes wide of Van Beesbrook, and Joel Otto's got it. Fraser just poked it into the slot area. Mullen dropped it. Fraser gets by a check, gets into the center ice area, into the Czech zone all by himself, though, as the U.S. team is changing players. And Bocek threw it up to the line. Hatcher missed it. 2-on-1 break for Czechoslovakia. Rosol right in. Van Beesbrook got his toe on it and let it go behind the net. Here's another shot on the short side. Van Beesbrook left it behind the net. Fraser up along the boards, can't get by Bocek. Hatcher has it, and Hatcher struggles out into the center ice area. Brook was checked, but the puck goes into the Czechoslovakian zone. Bocek has it there. Leaves it for Peter Russell. Up for Lubina. Langway takes him out of the play very effectively. Kevin Hatcher. Kelly Miller leaves it for Nyland. Nyland. And Miller tried for the deflection and missed. And now Ruzicka down the side. 3-on-1 break. Ruzicka. Nice diving play there by Mike Ramsey. Just deflected it off his stick, and Nyland pumps it back into the zone. Heavy hit by Miller. Ramsey's pass towards the front of the net, blocked by Arava. And he dumps it around the boards and down the ice. Housley is after it. Down to 7:55 to play in the second period. 1-1 is the score. Miller has it knocked off his stick. Mike Ramsey works his way down the boards. We've got a delayed offside coming up here, but the Americans get it out of the zone. Housley works his way across the line. LaFontaine, there's a chance in front. LaFontaine here on the backhand. There's another chance. And Hasek got a piece of it. 3-on-2 coming the other way. And Duszek is offside. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
You can't have that many.
Well, Team USA here, they can't get much better scoring opportunities. Watch in front here. Now, LaFontaine has got possession of the puck. He's out of the picture in the right of your screen. He's got Presley and Housley both standing over to the left of Hasek, and neither one of them can put that puck in the net.
Hasek was down, had a lot of the lower end of the net blocked, but the Americans were perhaps in a little bit too tight to get it up off the ice too far. Now the United States to the attack once again. Cleared into the zone by Mark Johnson. Mullen up to do some forechecking, but the puck is cleared back down into the U.S. zone. 7 minutes to play in the second period. Czechoslovakia won, United States won. The U.S. has to win this game to move on to the next round. And we've got a hooking call coming up, a holding call it'll be against Gary Suter. This telecast protected by copyright. Any use, reproduction, or distribution in whole or in part without permission is prohibited.
Well, Gary Suter is going to the penalty box, and a pretty obvious one as well. Just watch to the left of your screen here. Suter's going after Vlack. He decides just to wrap his arms right around him, drag him down to the ice. I'll tell you, if any of those Czech players happen to see the replay of Gary Suter playing against the Soviets Friday night, he did quite a hatchet job carving up one of the Soviet players with his stick.
I've been very impressed with his performance tonight. He's playing on the wrong club. Every time he's handled a puck, he's made bullet passes right onto a teammate's stick. He's just been excellent at advancing the puck tonight, 10 times at least.
Bozic steers it into the corner. Pasek back to the line. Suter for holding at 13:05, the penalty call. Pasek towards the side of the net, and they just missed on the deflection. Here's Bozic to Pasek once again. Big shot this time, goes out and down the ice. Lou Nanny is watching Mr. Pasek with some interest. He's hoping that a year from now that he'll be wearing a Minnesota North Star uniform. Shabo works his way in towards the corner. Langway's got an eye on him. And a stick as it turned out. Back out to the line to Bozic. Benak. Back out to Bozic. Czechs moving the puck around effectively on the power play, but they can't get any shots. Benak tries it again. Bozic from the line. There's a chance. Van Beesbrook just saw it at the last minute and deflected it over top of the net. Benak, Bozic. Here's another shot. They score! Woo!
Well, the Czechs have been putting Shaba, number 22, right in the middle of that slot. And Team USA really weren't doing anything about it. He had a couple of good opportunities to deflect that puck. You can see how spread out Team USA's box was. And Pasek ends up getting the goal. But boy, with the way the Czechs can move that puck around, you've got to be pretty darn careful at allowing anybody in front of the net. And as soon as they did, What happens? Pashik scores from the outside.
Well, in 3 of the 4 penalties in the first period, Team USA put all kinds of pressure on the Soviet player handling the puck when they were a man short or killing a penalty. And I was just sitting here thinking, unless they start that now, they let that crew pass that puck around, they're going to get burned. They did.
Rosso dumped it in across the line. Miller starts it back for LaFontaine. Unassisted goal by, Pashik from Benak and Bozic at 14-12, the scoring play. And the Czechs are called to the offside. 5:20 to go in period 2. This is the Labatt Canada Cup. 5:20 to go in period number 2. Welcome back to Center 200 in Sydney, Nova Scotia. And the face-off outside the U.S. blue line. It's Czechoslovakia 2 and the United States 1. The margin of difference right now is Dusan Pachik's 3rd goal of the tournament on the power play. And Chelios out there on the blue line now with Gary Suter, who was in the penalty box when Pashik scored. Brook shoots it into the Czech zone. Fraser couldn't handle it. There's a shot by Suter from well out that was steered into the corner. Brook has it there behind the net. Fraser threw it right out in front. It comes back to the line. A big shot by Suter, missed everybody by 10 feet. Another chance, and this time Hasek just kind of reached out with the big glove and said that's enough for this moment.
Well, you know that Hasek isn't going to give up too much out there as far as rebounds, so that means Team USA is going to have to start getting in there and making it difficult for them. When they're shooting from far out, Team USA has got to get someone right in there on top of Hasek and making it difficult for him to see the puck, and if he does give up even a 6-inch rebound, they got to be in there banging away at it. They can't be too concerned about that Czech defense. They're not really moving them out of there.
Face off to the left of Hasek. Back out towards the line. Hatcher just lifted it into the corner. Hasek goes wandering out now to play it up along the boards, and the puck is chopped out to center to Rod Langway. Langway to Carpenter. Otto makes a nice move to get by Bozic. Otto now takes the shot. It is intercepted there by Carpenter, who's knocked down, but it gave Hatcher a chance to move in behind the net with the puck, and now it comes out the other side, and here come the Czechs. Black working against Langway, and the centering pass comes back out to Black, who lets it go out to the point. Bozic keeps it in. Olczyk can't get to it. Here's a chance now for Orava. And Langway shoveled it out to center. Flipped back down the ice by Bozic and hit the referee. Langway picks up the loose puck, shoots it into the Czech zone, and in fact it goes over the glass and stops play once again with 3:41 to go in the second period.
Well, as you look at the Czech bench, and we were talking earlier about Pashik, Louis Nanny does expect him to be in their lineup in the 1988-89 season. He does not expect him to be there after the Olympics next year. He said that Pashik has to serve some more time, and there's a criteria before the Czechs will allow certain players to go to the National Hockey League. But Pashik, he's going to be a good one, no question. 27 years of age, and boy, he's got the wheels.
Johnson buzzing around, sets it up. Mullen just missed the net. Broughton hustles after it. Broughton works his way out. Broughton takes his shot, and the Americans just cannot get a good, hard shot at Hasek. And now the puck is cleared out to center. Ramsey just shoots it back down the ice once again, and this time it'll be offside as Mullen didn't clear the zone before going back in.
Well, as you see, it is a must situation here for Team USA. They have to win or tie, and the Czechs, of course, they can't afford a tie. A tie would put them out of the semifinal and further competition here in Canada Cup.
The enigmatic Czech team did not make it into the medal round at the '86 Worlds in Moscow. Turned around and won the Canada Cup a few months later, or the Calgary Cup in Calgary a few months later. And then played pretty well last year in Vienna, thanks largely to Hasek, who was brilliant in the nets for Team Czechoslovakia. So Jan Starshi is looking for some consistency from his hockey team, and certainly in the 2 games that we've seen them play, this one and the one against Canada, Their efforts have been much better than many teams have made. Now, here is Ruzicka down the left side. Suter's the only guy back. Rosal hustling to help, and Van Beesbroek came across and got a piece of that shot. Rosal fights the check off from LaFontaine, kept in at the line briefly. Now it is intercepted in front of the net. Here's Ruzicka once again, taking the shot wide. Miller gets it out into the center ice area. And Sherbin has it there. Staviana, long pass up and down the ice, and it goes in behind the net. Both teams will use the opportunity to change players, and we get an icing with 2:06 to go. It's center 7, it's center 200 in Sydney. This is the Labatt Canada Cup. 6 to go in period 2, 2-1 Czechoslovakia over the United States, and the face-off to the right of Dominik Hasek in the Czechoslovakian goal. Bob Brook on the ice once again at center for the United States. Brook wins the draw, gets it back to Langway. There's a long shot that missed the net. Fraser was in front trying to cause problems. Fraser let it go around the other side, and Langway is able to keep it in. Fraser's there once again. Good heavy work by Benak along the boards. Fraser fights him for the puck. It's controlled by Chris Nyland. Out to the point. Here's Hatcher. And that shot went off Bob Brook's skate, bounced off the glass, and went right out to center.
Well, that Fraser-Brook-Nyland line, so far in tonight's game, they've been the crash-bang line, as you would expect for Team USA. They make things happen down there.
Americans can't quite get by the blue line, though. Dolezal has it there. Nearly gave it away to Nyland. Now he hustles back. Czechs skating well here. Dolezal works his way in against Langway. And the puck goes into the corner, and Rostislav Black has it there. And now we get another penalty coming up to Kevin Hatcher for cross-checking.
Well, not exactly what Bob Johnson would want at this point in time in the second period. Only a minute 16 remaining. Team USA is going to have to play it short-handed. Watch as Hatcher comes in. Langway, first of all, had taken his time at trying to take out the Czech player, but I don't think that's where it happened. I believe it was right after that, in the corner, when Hatcher pulled the legs out from underneath of a Czech player, and it's Hatcher in the penalty box, not Langway. Langway, they let that one go, but watch. That's what it was. Hatcher ends up in the penalty box.
And Van Beesbroek had to be very sharp on Volek.
Okay, now watch in the corner here. Langway is back in the top of your screen. It's Hatcher in the bottom of your screen. That's the one that the referee nailed Team USA on. It was not the Langway incident up front. He maybe could have given him one on Langway as well.
Hatcher for cross-checking at 18:44. A minute and 12 seconds to play in the second period. And the United States now trying to kill off this penalty, trying to keep the Czechs from doing any further damage. Ramsey behind the net, leaves it there. Joel Otto goes in, gets it to Chelios, comes back to the line. Arava throws it right back in the corner once again. Now it comes back to Arava once again. Here's the long shot. What a blast that was off the stick of Chaika. And we get a call for high stick contact with the puck. And the face-off to the right of Van Beesbroek.
54 seconds remaining in the second period, and you know that Van Beesbroek is going to have some action in this last few seconds, because the Czechs on the power play, they can make some things happen out there. They've been shooting away a little bit more from the point. Watch. The power play was set up there, and we thought we were going to get a chance to see it. The Czech point man, number 6, Chaika, just let that puck go.
As you look at Rod Langway, 54 seconds left in the period. And the puck is cleared out and down the ice. Orava to Chaiba. He shoots it right back in again. Van Beesbroek leaves it behind the net. Langway plasters it around on the boards. It comes to the line. It's kept in after it hit the official, Kaisla. Now Langway clears it out, and that one's off Kaisla as well. And now it's Joel Otto working his way down along the boards. Shovels it out towards the side of the net. It comes to the line to Langway. Long shot right on. That's stopped by the defense. Orava leaves it now for Redina. Across the line. That's broken up, and the Americans clear it out and down the ice once again. 13 seconds left in the period. The penalty, if there's no further scoring, will not be served completely until the third period. And now here's Rosol quickly on a final thrust for Czechoslovakia. Langway goes to the loose puck, and the whistle sounds to end the second period of play. An entertaining and physical second period it was, and Czechoslovakia, on a goal by Dusan Pasek on the power play, takes the lead by a score of 2-1. States 1. As we get set to start the third and final period of this hockey game, the winner goes to the medal round. And there are a bunch of options, which we'll explain as the story becomes a little bit clearer here in the third period. Play underway. Volek goes to the corner, works against Langway. The Czechs are buzzing around. The Americans still short-handed. And Dolezal works it back to the line. Benak. Bosick, there's a shot deflected, and the Americans clear it out and down the ice as Van Beesbroek blocked that shot from well out.
Well, that's what Bob Johnson would have been stressing. Let's just get into this third period and get out of this power play situation by the Czechs.
The Czechs buzzing around, doing a lot of good skating. Radina throws it back out to the line. Benak. Bosick just throws it into the corner. There's Miller to cover it in front, and Van Beesbroek will cover the loose puck in a hurry. And there's just 1 second left in the penalty to Kevin Hatcher.
Yuri Hrdina is a 29-year-old player from Czechoslovakia. He plays on the Sparta team, and at 5'11", 182 pounds, he will certainly be a big influence on the Czechs' opportunities for a gold medal in the upcoming 1988 Olympics.
And after the Olympics, of course, he will stay in Calgary, and the Olympic Saddle Dome will be his new home as he puts on the red and white jersey of the Calgary Flames. 1 second left in the penalty to Hatcher. Face-off to the left of John Van Beesbroek. Otto against Pasek, who already has one power play goal for Czechoslovakia. Hatcher out of the box, cleared around on the boards. Hatcher is in position to chop it out into the center ice area. Carpenter tried to get loose and couldn't. Chelios moves up and slaps it to the line. Chelios moves up a little farther, makes the check. And then Sherbin goes around him. Pasek, or Chelios rather, doing some good forechecking there at the Czech line. Now into the slot. Liba lets it go, and Van Beesbroek steered it away. Out and down the ice. Hasek will play it. Carpenter goes after him. Sherbin now is bodied in there. Liba cleared it right into the slot area, intercepted by Housley. There's a shot right on Hasek. A tremendous job in front of the net and made the save. And with 18:37 to go in the third period, this is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Well, Housley takes his shot from the point, but watch in front of Hasek. He has got big Joel Otto in front. He's also got Olczyk that's coming in as well. Now, this is where Hasek once again shines, because he just doesn't give up any type of rebounds there, even with a couple of big guys standing around him. You couldn't see a Czech defenseman.
Housley hustles back into his own zone, sets it up for LaFontaine. He just tips it to the Czech line. Arava cleared it around on the boards. Miller moves up to make a forecheck. Miller gets the loose puck. Housley skated by it, then had to go back and get it. It goes out the other side. Here it is in the slot. Miller couldn't get loose, and the Czechs are away. Down the left side, Ruzicka. Big shot, Ruzicka. And Van Beesbroek stood his ground and let the puck hit him and go out to the line. Miller now. Miller dumps it toward the net. LaFontaine was there looking for a loose puck, and it goes into the corner. The American player, Presley Phil, then hooked the Czech player down. Here's Housley trying to make a centering pass, and the Czechs control once again. Housley took that puck off his chest and played it out to the line. Presley had it go back inside, and we get an offside call made by John D'Amico.
Well, the Czechs don't really have a big hockey club. You heard Tony Esposito referring to players not being quite as big as when he played. But Vladimir Ruzicka isn't one of the smaller players. He's 6'2", 205 pounds, and he, along with Ludek Chaika for the Czechs, are there only 6'2" or bigger men on their team.
Broughton throws it up to Mark Johnson, tipped into the zone. Mullen is bodied out of the play by Vilk, and it comes back out to Kuchera. Crisply, the Czechs move out of the zone. off the boards. Now, as the Czechs work towards the line, and there's Aaron Broughton to intercept. Out to Johnson. To Joey Mullen. Mullen tries to break through. Mullen is hooked to the ice. And a penalty coming up to Czechoslovakia. Mullen has it in the corner, and now it's underneath the Czech player. And we get a penalty. 17:05 to go in the third period. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Joe Mullen has got exceptional speed, and here he uses it. And Jaroslav Bejnek, number 9, the Czech defenseman, ends up taking a hooking penalty just in order possibly to prevent a goal here. He couldn't catch Mullen, and Bejnek's not a slow defenseman either, but Mullen, utilizing his speed there, was dragged down by Bejnek.
Bejnek for hooking at 2:55, the time of that penalty. And we get a call for gloving the puck, I guess it was. So the faceoff will be outside the Czech line. 17 minutes to go in period 3. The Czechs have to win this game to qualify for the medal round. The Americans can advance with a win or a tie. But right now, the Czechs have the upper hand on the scoreboard, 2-1, and that second goal by Pasek late in the second period has the Czechs playing with a lot more confidence. Housley off the boards. Carpenter shovels it in across the line. There's Otto. Big shot. Back out to the line as Hasek made the save. Otto shovels it towards the net, and the Czechs get control once again. Now it's Redina circling in the center ice area, killing seconds. And the Americans take control once again. Otto in across the line. Otto is hauled down. It goes in behind the net to Dolezal. Mullen can't keep it in, and the puck is cleared out and down the ice. Hasek. In the corner, behind the net, LaFontaine. Hasek covers up and gets a whistle. 16:03 left in the third period. The Labatt player of the game for the United States will receive the new Canon EOS autofocus that never misses. Stop the game with the only autofocus camera quick enough to capture all the action. The Canon EOS, the official 35mm camera of the 1988 Winter Olympic Games. Pasek clears it towards the boards. Liba gets it out into the center ice area. Pasek has it there. And the Czechs doing a good job of killing off this penalty. They just get rid of it now to the American blue line. 45 seconds left in the penalty. And here comes the United States. LaFontaine across the line. LaFontaine controls, sets it up for Gary Suter. Cross-ice pass, and oh, what a play Chelios made. He saved a breakaway by Igor Liba. A little bit lucky, but Chris Chelios made the big play. Now, here it is pushed in along the boards. And Hasek comes away out of the net to freeze the puck in the corner with Chelios right there.
Well, that's what defense partners are all about. Gary Suter gave up the puck, but his right-hand man and his right-hand defenseman, Chris Chelios, really bailed him out on that play.
I knew he'd do that. The second I mentioned a few moments ago that he made 5 or 6 good passes right on there. That same combination got themselves in trouble in the first period. Same position.
Well, there you could see that play being made, and Suter just really giving away that puck all the way across the ice. The Czech player intercepted, but Chris Chelios just made a great defensive effort.
20 seconds left now in the Czech penalty. And the puck comes back to the line. Phil Housley's got it there. It goes across to the blue line to the corner, and Suter has to come back out of the zone. Now the Czechs move down the boards. And Housley, who's played a strong game, has to come back and get things started once again for the United States. Suter across the line, dumps it towards the net. There's a chance. Went off Otto and hit Hasek. And sometimes you have to be good to be lucky, or is it the other way around? But Hasek was right in the right spot there. Icing is the call with 14:53 to go in period number 3. This is the Labatt Canada Cup. number 29, has played a pretty strong game and a good, solid defensive center for Bob Johnson's American team.
You know, a big guy like Otto, though, when he gets that shot away, he can make it really whiz, but that's not the way you're going to beat Pashek. You're not going to beat him on just one shot. You're going to have to get in there and make life miserable for him, screen him, be ready to deflect that puck. You're not going to get an easy goal on him.
I don't know whether you're going to get an easy one. If that last shot didn't go in, you know, nothing's going to go in.
Kurt Fraser, big shot, blocked by the defense. There's another shot, this time by Brook, and we got the banger line out here once again for the United States. Brook, Nyland, and Kurt Fraser with Langway and Hatcher on the point. Hatcher's got the loose puck over to Rod Langway. Langway flips it into the zone. Here's Brook going after it. Brook behind the Czech net. In front, there's a chance. That's blocked by the defense. Brook tried to hold it in, and Couture hustles back. 3-on-1 with Langway trying to get back. There's a chance right on. It got behind Ben Beesbrook. Nyland can't get down the boards. And here comes the Czechs once again. Ruzicka right through the center. Housley hustled back and took it away from him. Flipped it around on the boards. It comes to the line. Lubina keeps it in. And now Mike Ramsey goes along the boards, works it to the line, gets it out to center, takes a hit, dumps it towards the corner. LaFontaine's on the ice for the United States. He goes after it in the corner. LaFontaine fighting to get it out in front of the net. Gets some help now from Ramsey. LaFontaine can't get free. Here's a chance right on. And that shot by Kelly Miller just missed. There's another shot through the crease that somehow Hasek got a piece of. Now Ramsey moves up, tries to shovel it towards the net, and instead it goes out to center, and Housley has to come back and get it. Orava around on the boards. The action picking up. The Americans starting to put on some pressure here a little bit, and Housley comes back behind his own net and gets an icing call against Czechoslovakia. 13:06 to go in the third period from Center 200 in Sydney. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Langway gets himself into a position whereby he creates a 2-on-1, but that's exactly what happened. Langway was late coming back with his check. There's the 2-on-1. Hatcher really didn't play it that well. However, he ends up saving a goal here. That puck trickled by Van Beesbrook. Hatcher was there. He just threw it out of the zone. Saved the day. However, Team USA giving up a 2-on-1 at a critical time in the game.
Chelios shovels it into the corner. Otto's after it there, but instead the Czechs get out to the line. Shiva absolutely flattened by Chris Chelios. And now it is Carpenter behind his own net. Up through the center ice area. Joel Otto backhands it along the boards. Carpenter hustles after it. Bobby Carpenter trying to make a centering pass. Throws it right in front of the net, and who is there but Sherbin for the Czech team. Olczyk just whacked one of the Czech players, and he'll go to the penalty box for a penalty of, it'll be elbowing will be the call, but not really the great place or the time to take that infraction.
Well, it sure isn't the place nor the time, and with Team USA down by 1 goal, watch. You can see that Olczyk got that elbow up right in the face of Yuri Sheba, and unfortunately right in front of the referee's eyes, and as a result Team USA are going to be behind the 8 ball again. They're going to have to kill this off.
7:28 the time of the elbowing penalty to Ed Olczyk. And so the Czechs leading 2-1 will try and take a little bit bigger lead in this hockey game. Langway slaps it down the ice. Hasek leaves it behind the net for Miloslav Orava. And here comes the Czech power play. Orava to center, being bothered by Aaron Broughton. Now it's Radina. Just dumps it in towards the U.S. goal. Langway gets it there and clears it right back to the line, and it's kept in. I guess it bounced up and hit somebody on the bench and came back on the ice, and John D'Amico called it right there. Maybe there's a moment to say a word about John D'Amico. For 24 years, he was as good a linesman as the NHL ever had. And I think a lot of us thought he was going to retire this year. And instead, he's told me last night he's going to do 40 games and do a little supervising. See if he likes it. If he doesn't, he may do another 25 years as a linesman.
Good.
49 years young, John D'Amico. Ruzicka struggles across the line, has the puck lost off his stick, and it comes right back out to center once again. Peter Rosal, bothered by Kelly Miller. Ramsey stepped up, stripped Rosal of the shadow. And then Bob Brook missed the pass, and it goes down the ice. Hasek will play it behind his own net. Brook gets control as Hasek lost control of it. And just as quickly, the Czechs are able to break back. Radina, smooth skating forward, veteran for the Czech national team, Yuri Radina. And the puck comes out to Brook. Now it's Ramsey. Ramsey takes the return pass. Ramsey absolutely flattened a Czech player. And here's another shot right on, and Hasek managed to make the save on the short side. The Americans buzzing around. Here's a chance as Broughton was standing at the side of the crease and just failed to deflect it. There's another shot, and Hasek got a piece of that, and Chelios was the man who took the shot once again. He's had a strong third period, Chris Chelios, for the United States. And now they decide that the Czechs refuse to move the puck, and so they'll take the face-off in the Czech zone to the right of Dominik Hasek. Mike Howie brought up a good point a moment ago as you look at the Czech bench, Dr. Jan Starszy and František Pospisil, when he suggested that the Americans have had some good chances, and it may take a fluke now because they haven't been able to score on a good chance, and as you mentioned, Gary, they haven't really had a chance to get 2 or 3 good shots in a row.
Well, I don't doubt that, and while we're talking about things in front of Hasek happening, that collision between Ramsey, number 3 for Team USA, and number 4 for the Czechs, Horava, was quite a collision. Everything went every which way out there, and then not too long after that, after the collision, Chelios got a good chance to score out there, and Hasek had to come up with a big save. So you take a good body check out there, it can help things happen in the opposition's end zone.
Now it is the Czech player Pasek across the line. One of his teammates, and Van Beesbroek decides to cover the loose puck in the crease. One of his teammates got hauled out at the line, no penalty. 10.5 minutes to go in period 3. As you look at John Van Beesbroek.
I think Van Beesbroek may have been complaining that was offside, but Rod